Hello everybody and welcome back to I Was the Teenage Exocolonist. So last time things took a turn for the worse. Everything is destroyed now. I ate some spaghetti and now we're back to rebuild. There's not much we can do other than that, as we have learned from last time. So let's just take it a day at a time. Oh, and here it comes. The Helios is here. Our new friends slash enemies. Not that I care in this run. Let's see. That is not a controlled descent. They crash. The ship comes to a creaking, shuddering halt. Heliopause. Silhouettes with guns. And it's our favorite Mr. Loser Dude, Lum. Hello, buddy. You don't remember me, but in another timeline, I ousted you from your position of power. They're just gonna boss us around. Tangent nods. They don't live here. They don't know what it's like. And they're just going to swoop in and act like they're better than us. She hugs her arms around herself. Did you see what they were doing to Instance? Oh yeah, she wouldn't like them at all. The entire colony, now twice as many of you, sets to work on salvaging the wreckage of the Heliopause, tearing it down and combining it with the Stratospheric's remaining engine section. Spirits are high, though these new colonists from the Heliopause aren't like any people you've ever met before. With their uniforms and weapons, they're more like an invading force than a rescue. You aren't sure what this means for the colony, or for your future. And our future begins! Alright, and I see that Tangent wants to talk to us. Tangent is about to duck back into engineering when you approach. She winces and shields her eyes from the sun. She looks at you miserably and you notice her right eye is glowing faintly. It's my new hopeye implant, Tank says. Its ghostly glow snaps in and out of existence as she blinks. I seem to be experiencing some unpleasant side effects from it, similar to that of an ocular migraine, Tank confesses. Instance warned me that this level of visual information can be difficult for the human brain to comprehend at first. You agree to follow her in engineering to get out of the sun. It's similar to the holopalm, she explains, still holding her forehead and squinting, but with an infinitely large screen because it projects it directly into the oculus. It used to belong to Dr. Instance, but she passed it down to me to help with my work. I'm sure you could get used to it soon. Tank sets her jaw and nods, determined. I know I will. It's only pain. It's more than an implant, Tank continues as you follow her to the medbay labs. Hollow eyes are on the very forefront of human augmentation. They represent our next steps towards ascending as a species. She touches the red scar where her holopalm used to be. No more clunky screens, no privacy concerns, she says quietly. Elegant, integrated design. It observes the motion of my hands and uses it to generate an AR interface for my entire field of vision. It's partly powered by my own metabolism, though through the magnets embedded in my skull. It's beautiful. Nobody else is here. You hear the gentle hum of experiments running in the corner. This kind of technology is so far beyond what we're capable of reproducing in the colony, Tang sighs, rubbing her temple under the implant. Once they're gone, they're gone. Maybe Earth will send us a shipment of new ones someday, but I expect they've developed something more advanced since we left Earth. I suppose it's more likely they've forgotten about us completely. Bring, bring! The quiet hum of the laboratory is shattered by an alarm. Tang jumps at the sudden noise and shuts her eyes tight. I have to get this, she mutters, gesturing in the air to silence the ringing. The simulation I'm running is time-sensitive, she explains. The specimens require minute changes to their environment every 2 hours. Temperature, humidity, light levels. She grimaces. If we had better automation, this wouldn't be a problem. Ooh, okay, I can help with your migraine. You're in the medbay after all. You rummage around for a bottle of Tripans and a cold towel. Tangent grudgingly swallows the migraine medicine and lays down on a medbed with the towel over her eyes. You shake your head. This girl needs to take better care of herself. As you apply pressure to her temples, she slowly breathes in and out. After a few minutes, the tension in her face eases. I feel less human now. Thank you, she says with a small smile. She wobbles over to her experiment, where she uses the computer to set the environmental parameters for what seems to be some sort of fungal growth comparison. When she's finished, Tang slumps down on the floor in a corner where it's nice and dark. She folds her arms and lays her head on them. That should buy me 2 more hours. Tang shifts over, wordlessly inviting you to sit down beside her. Her arm is cool to the touch as it rests against yours. Tang turns to you. Thank you for your assistance. I want to flirt, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Let me take care of you. Tang gives you a slight smile, barely visible in the faint glow of her hollow eye. People always tell me I should take better care of myself, she says. And they're right, because when other people try to take care of me, they usually get it wrong. Only I know what I need. But You helped, Tang says. Thank you. Please don't tell Instance that my body is adjusting poorly to the hollow eye, she adds. It's only temporary. This stupid flesh prison is not allowed to draw the limits of my form. Understand. I mean, we probably should tell her, but I'm not doing anything helpful this run except for helping you, so. Ah! You spot a hopeye nest just like Tangent asked you to find. There are 9 eggs inside, all packaged up in what looks like a delicate spun glass cocoon. You don't see the parents. Steal the eggs! You break a little hole in the cocoon and put 3 of the eggs in your bag. They're a little gooey. You hope they don't break. You turn to leave and come face to face with an adult hopeye. Understandably, it looks spitting mad. It drums its powerful foot against the ground in a warning, and 4 more pop out of the undergrowth and start hissing at you. You should have known these little sociable creatures raised their young communally. Run! The 2 of them chase you and beat your calves with their big feet. You stumble, but eventually scrabble away with your stolen eggs. You're going to have some serious bruises. You'll have to bring the eggs back to Instance when you return. Well, at least we got them. Just took a lot of stress. Ah! You find Tangent in the engineering and set down the bag of squelchy, goopy hopeye eggs. Her eyes go wide. You found them, she explains. That's wonderful. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten all about my request. She reaches for the eggs, but stops. Wait, what is that sound? Are they? They are! You hear a wet cracking sound coming from the bag. You're about to witness the miracle of life, Verterminen style. What do? Analyze the process. You pull out your holopalm and prepare to take notes. Why miss this opportunity? You and Tang watch in wonder as the gel-like shell of the largest hopeye egg splits like a ripe melon in the sun, spilling out a tiny, squirming pink baby in a small puddle of amniotic fluid. You watch the last 2 eggs intently, but through the clear egg shells you can't see any movement inside at all, not even a heartbeat. It's okay, Tang says. We only need 1. The tiny hopeye is on its feet, well, foot, within minutes, taking cautious little hops on the sleek surface of the lab bench. Magnificent, Tangent says, keeping the palm-sized hopeye from falling off the table. I expected them to be helpless at birth, like kittens or birds, not already moving around like an ungulate. Incredible. I can't wait to study it. I could say no, but it's yours. Perfect, Tang says. Let me get a specimen container for it. She leaves you with the tiny clumsy thing, which chirps and blinks up at you unevenly with its 4 eyes. Well, whatever Tang and Dr. Instance are going to do with it, it's probably for the greater good of the colony. I don't know about that. What? You're so charged with delivering a special package from Administrator Seek to Chief Engineer Instance. The wrapping is so fancy. Seek must have nano-printed a pretty handkerchief and ribbon specifically for this package. You can't help but stare, but Seek snaps at you to mind your own business and get to work. Yikes, alright, touchy much? Tang laughs when she sees you in engineering holding Seek's gift. Again, she says, rolling her eyes. You try to hand her the package, but she looks at it like it's a stick of dynamite. Oh, no, I don't want any part of this, she insists. Just go through those doors and give it to Instance if you want to ruin everyone's day. I'm gonna open it. You tear away the pretty wrapping to reveal a smooth wooden carving. It's smooth and warm, and you can see where real tools shape the wood, not a nanoprinter. Seek must have put a lot of time and effort into it. It's clearly a carving of Instance. Her hard expression is instantly recognizable, even if the rest of her is, naked. Yep, she's sure naked. You quickly cover it back up before someone sees you holding a naked lady doll. I'm gonna destroy it. You detour through the nanoprinter material recycling room and drop the package in the chute. Whatever it was for, it'll be separated into its base molecules and turned into new shoes or whatever. Seek looks excited by your return. Did she like it? What did she say? You lie and tell them that Instance loved it. Seek is overjoyed and gives you a nice fat tip. Hopefully this won't come back to bite you in the butt. Let's hope not. But there's no way in hell I was getting that, because then I think Instance would murder me. The first Vertumnali of the year. I'm just gonna let this go by. I don't want to read his whole speech again. He's so wordy. Who do those Helios jerks think they are? These arrives. Mars look at these. Ooh, trivia. Or a bake-off. I'm gonna do the trivia. Instance is too busy to organize the science fair, so you do a Helio tradition instead. Trivia night, hosted by Congruence. You, Tangent, and Nomi all sign up. I miss the science fair, Tangent grumbles, but have been memorizing facts to prepare. Trivia time! Let's see if I can do this. 85. Ooh. 5, 3, 2... I I can +1 this. 5, 4, 3. That's not bad at all. 4, 3, 2, 1. Next round. Okay, we got this. 6, 6, 4, 3, 1. Perfect! I love it. You get most of the questions right. Oh, Nomi! And Tang! Yeah! All that studying and watching holovids definitely paid off. Nomi shrugs off their loss. Tang tries to, but you can tell she actually kind of ticked off she didn't win. After the festivities, the mood on the colony is a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier and often see mixed groups of Helio and Stratos socializing together. Feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. Probably the only time, considering what happens later. Let's tutor those kids. Oh! I could fix the robot this time! You're a scuttling of metallic legs. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts in your engineering lab, going full tilt on its 6 spidery legs. It slams into the wall hard enough to knock itself down. It seems to be having trouble getting back up again, and is flailing its metal legs around dangerously. Fix the robot! Oh, Yabby, thank you, Congruence says, wheeling in on her portable screen. I was running diagnostics on the little fellow when it broke away and made a run for it. I really need somebody to be my hands here, she continues. Everything used to be easier with Hal around. I miss him. Ooh, perfect! We can start robotics! I was told that this is a good thing to do. And apparently this has something to do with the shields. Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat, but you get the distinct impression she's stimulating it anyway. If you want to come help me in robotics lab, just come down anytime. Oh, I will. Why don't we start that right away? I've never done robotics before. Repair robots. You're honestly pumped for your first day in the robotics lab. There wasn't enough room on the Strato for a proper lab, so for most of your life you've been warned that the bots the colony relies on, like the watering bots and the hoverlifts, will eventually all break down for good. With a fully functioning robotics lab, you should be able to keep all those bots active for a lot longer. What's the matter, buddy? Plus there's all sorts of unused bots in here. You look around and wonder at the wide array of chassis and shells. Maybe one day you'll be able to even create new robots of your own. You can't wait to show off what you can do. Congruence is so relieved to have an assistant. Since Hal died, well, Dr. Instance is too busy to help, she says as you're setting up. Tangent sometimes lends a hand, literally, but she seems to be more interested in her own projects. Chief Engineer Instance seems to think they're a lost cause, that we should recycle them, Congruence opines. Hal would never have thought they were trash. So what are you excited to work on, Yabby? I just like to fix things. Oh, that's good, Congruence tells you. Without Hal here, the broken bots are really piling up. Congruence goes quiet, and then adds, Go ahead and look around. If you have any questions, let me know. You spend the day getting to know your way around the robotics lab, meeting all the bots you're going to be working with. These broken, forgotten bots just need a little tender love and care. Oh, I'm so excited. I've never done robotics. We're going to do this a lot. Plus, if we're in engineering, it means we could get any cutscenes with Tang. I think. Should we do robotics again? Yes! You're tasked with fixing a medbed, which is probably the most complicated piece of hardware in the colony that's not Congruence. They work in mysterious ways. Even Chief Engineer Instance doesn't fully understand the healing fields they use to quickly repair bones and tissue and correct cellular anomalies. It's old tech from Earth, and the pressure to keep it running is immense. Oh yeah, we definitely want to fix that. 29? Oh, that's easy. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, boom! 31. Back to robots! The Heliopods didn't have an onboard AI like Congruence, which must have been hard. She runs the robotics labs just like she runs all the rest of the colony's systems, silently and perfectly. Working with her is like working with all-knowing, all-powerful God, who doesn't mind doing all the chores. You always knew Congruence was more advanced than all the other bots put together, but you didn't realize that assumption was literal. She programs all of the bots based off of her own code, so it's almost like they're a part of her. Sometimes while you're working on a bot, she'll joke that it tickles. As Congruence's hands, you do the physical maintenance on the bots. The ones you see most often are the vacuum bots. As the colony has gotten larger and much, much dirtier, they're more likely to get clogged and break down. Then people have to do more cleaning by hand, which makes them complain to command, which means more maintenance requisitions on your desk. One vacubot in particular is just eccentric. It's broken in a way that you can't really permanently fix, but you keep patching it up and sending it back out to serve the colony. You see it so often in the lab you decide to name it, Rosie! Oh, that's my brother's dog's name in real life, Rosie! You stencil the bot's name on its chassis and send it on its merry way. There you go, little Rosie. See you again in a few days. Aww. I love Rosie. Alright, we're gonna end off with a little more organizing just so that I can level up my... We could probably get our next perk. You're trying to find Administrator Seek to ask about something and accidentally stumble into a meeting they're having with Governor Lum. You didn't catch the topic of the argument, but you managed to piece together that Seek is trying to get Lum to come up with a way to explain something important to the colony. Whatever it is, Lum is dismissive about it. You hear him say he's not here to hold people's hands, which frustrates Seek. Figure it out, Seek, Lum says. That's your job. Spy on them. You pretend to organize some papers and listen in. The colony is spending a lot of resources on the security squads, and these needs to come from other departments. Seek tells Lum that he has to present the budget and convince the council this is necessary. The governor is tired and cranky, and doesn't want to bother with another boring meeting. Lum rubs his temples. Oh, why isn't this my job? Or why is this my job, he complains, even though it's clearly his responsibility. Can't I get an assistant to take care of this? Oh my god, I hate you. I hate you! You ignore them. You've got better things to do than listen to Lum and Seek argue about administration. Doesn't seem like they need an assistant, though. Maybe you can offer your services later, when you're not so busy. Maybe. I mean, I'm busy being Tangent's friend right now, and that's not gonna change anytime soon. Boop-ba-doop-ba-doop-boop. Nice! Uh-oh. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here! Your dad looks up from his novel. Huh. Seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge. You've been drilling on the new evacuation procedures for the past month. There's no need to be a hero now that there are so many soldiers from Helios. Exactly, so I'm gonna go to the lounge. The mood in the lounge is anxious, even though the colony's defenses are much better this year. Over hushed conversations, you can hear younger children crying inconsolably. Mars and Tangent are here, quietly reading something on Tang's holopalm. Some of the civilian kids from the Heliopause are here too, including Rex and Nomi. Vace and Enemy are absent, probably serving guard duty. The only two missing are Cal and Tammy. Your dad runs a query through congruence to find them. After a few seconds, he smiles and quickly closes the window. Don't worry, kiddo, he says. They're okay. You settle in to pass the time. Someone brings word that it's not a faceless out there, at least. You hear a few loud booms from outside, so strong you can feel their shockwaves to the floor. People gasp and cover their heads, but nothing else happens. After the attack, Lum gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and as the party goes long into the night, some drift away in pairs. Or more. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even an enemy seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Cal and Tammy sit together and talk all night, giggling about something and going quiet when anyone comes near. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory will mean the colony will be safe forever. Maybe it will be. You sure want to believe it too. But we know that's not the truth. This was a shorter episode, but we were also kind of busy with doing other stuff. But now we have robotics, and we got a new perk. Perception, highlight collectibles. Ooh, I don't even know how I raised my perception. But next time we will be continuing on with Tangent. We've got some stuff to do. We've got robotics to do too. And I will be trying to finish up with organizing. But until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourselves, take care of Robot Rosie, and have a good day.